Girls sell her body for drugs. They're all here for one reason.
You don't want to ask me, can I have help?
To save Jenna. That's coming up right now on Montel.
I want you to take a look at this picture right here. It's a picture of a gorgeous little girl named Stephanie. But guess what? Stephanie now goes by the name of Jenna, an identity she created while in a meth-induced haze. Jenna just wrote me a couple days ago, and here's what she had to say. Montel, I'm sick of walking around living a lie and pretending to be sober, a sober, normal teenager when I'm around my family. I want to be what I pretend that I am, but meth has ruined my life. I started using again last night, and because I don't have the money, I just slept with my dealer for 2 8-balls. Today's show is about how powerful addiction can truly be. Don't go away. Did you ever have a craving for something, a craving that was so strong that you'd do anything to satisfy it? Would you give up your friends, your family? Would you spend your life savings? Would you sell your soul or your dignity just to get what you wanted? Well, my guest today did just that. And what they craved was some of the most dangerous and deadly drugs on the streets of America today. Now, my first guest says she never dreamed that her daughter would turn to drugs and develop an addiction that would nearly destroy her, but she did. Take a look at this.
Lauren was just a smart, happy, playful, jovial little girl that was loved by all of us.
Good night, Daddy. Good night, Daddy.
Good night, baby. She was, the apple of my eye.
Say hi.
Great kid growing up. She was a pleasure to be around. Well, I got the kids every other weekend, and, we'd have fun, go places, do things. And then things changed. As Lauren got older.
If someone would have told me, I would not have believed it. Whatever problem she was having was very well hidden.
Make sure you pay attention to your form. Stepping forward, stepping forward.
I thought Lauren was well on her way to a future, but I was wrong.
The partying just became worse. Now she was missing work, not going to work.
Lauren would get paid on Thursday, and by Monday she was asking my mom to borrow a couple dollars.
The reason I cannot put Lauren out of my house at this time is because of the guilt. I feel as though a lot of this is my fault.
Please welcome Louisa to the show. I hear a parent say that. I felt it was my fault. How did you find out about your daughter's addiction?
A few of her friends said to me just in conversation, if you only knew what she was doing, but didn't betray her and go the next step and tell me, until one night she was trying to commit suicide, and her girlfriend Penny had called me, and we got in the car and we drove like maniacs, and instead of calling the police, which would have been the smart thing to do, to call the police and say, can you go to the address and see what she's doing, the two of us, her girlfriend and I, drove to her apartment, and I slept on the floor next to her with my hand on her stomach to make sure she kept breathing. It's such a nightmare, and you can't wake up from it because you are awake. I couldn't believe it. I just could not believe that she would have done this to herself. If A&E didn't offer us that intervention, Lauren would have been dead. Lauren would not be alive today. I'm sure of it.
Well, Lauren's addiction sent her into a downward spiral. She forced her family to take action before it was too late. Take a look at this.
Heroin just makes everything better. I like the sensation it sends through my body. It just enhances like everything in my life. I like that just falling over high, like
drooling on a table, head down on a table, drooling. Like, that's the kind of high I'm always looking for, but I'm never getting it anymore. There's nothing in the drawers, Ma.
And that's where they're at.
Get out. Get out of my... Don't make me push you out of the room, because I will. The addict, the drug addict in me, that's in the back of my head waiting for something to happen. Wait. Well, that's just a tease.
Take a Xanax.
Give me one of them. Every thought that comes to my head has something to do with getting high. And mine is ready. It's pretty good. That's the best part of it right there.
We're going to talk. Come on, we want to talk to you. It's important. Come on. Just come here. We can talk.
Tell you what, if it's an attack session, if this is an attack session, I got something for you, I got something for you, I got something for you, and I got something for you. Not an attack.
Mom, what are you trying to do to me?
I'm trying to save your life because I love you.
I don't know what to do. I don't know.
Are you going? Yes or no?
I don't know.
Yes or no? Goodbye.
That had to be the hardest time of your life.
That day was hard. That really was. And I spent approximately 3.5 years that I knew Lauren was using heroin, running around like a rat in a maze, doing the wrong thing, trying to keep her alive. But I didn't know what to do.
Took a break, and fortunately, we should say that, for Lauren, it worked.
It worked for Lauren.
She has now been clean mom how long? And talk about how proud you are.
About 7 months.
There you go.
And
We'll meet Lauren when we come back. We'll be back right after this. I'm looking at you now and looking at the person that was in that video. Two entirely different people. What do you see when you look back and see this?
I see myself, but, like dead. No soul, no spirit.
I literally cringe, and I don't want to answer the phone because I'm afraid it's the morgue or it's law enforcement calling to tell me to come down and identify my daughter's body. I don't want you to die from this. It makes me sick.
I signed up for car insurance on Progressive.com. I saved money, which was great, but they also have these local response vehicles. And if you're in an accident or need an estimate or whatever, a Progressive guy will come to you. And they're all over. I am a musician who's on the road a lot, so it's pretty cool that they'll come to me if my van, gets pummeled by adoring fans. Or if I hit a pole.
Progressive. Saving hundreds is just the beginning.
Came out of nowhere.
David's Bridal announces the $99 gown sale. Select gowns starting at just $99. Plus every gown $50 to $200 off. But that's just the start. Come in now and pay no interest and no payments for 6 months. Find the gown of your dreams at the $99 gown sale, now at David's Bridal. But hurry, sale ends May 21st. Call 1-800-399-BRIDE to schedule your appointment today.
Millions of Americans have made Hydroxycut the #1 selling weight loss product because it works.
I'm Jessica from Montana, and I lost 22 pounds fast with Hydroxycut.
I'm Dr. John Marshall. I lost 29 pounds and 5.5 inches off my waist using Hydroxycut. I strongly recommend it, both as a new doctor and someone who used it with fantastic results.
I'm Stacy from Wisconsin, and I lost 44 pounds with Hydroxycut. It works really fast.
Get yours at buyhydroxycut.com. Supercenters, GNC, Walgreens, and fine retailers everywhere.
Good Day LA and Mike and Juliet go together like...
They're not quite like peaches and cream, but sort of like cactus and cream.
Like tabloids and Thursday.
Juliet, what's it like?
Vanilla frozen yogurt and rainbow sprinkles.
That's too nice. We go together like a stripper and a pole. There's a lot of chafing.
Good Day LA, Mike and Juliet. Weekdays on Fox 11.
When it's time for weight loss surgery, experience counts. Ask Pat Hicks. She had weight loss surgery 15 years ago. She lost 134 pounds and her diabetes went away.
I can go out and buy lingerie, 3.5-inch pumps. I could dance.
Surgilite works with experienced surgeons who know how to help people feel and look better. To learn more about gastric bypass, lap band, and laparoscopic procedures, call the name you can trust. Call Surgilite at 1-800-782-LIGHT.
Lost all control of what your kids watch on TV? Have no fear. The V-Chip is here. You set what TV ratings level is appropriate for your family. Then don't sweat it. For more, see this website or call this number.
Good Day LA has your exclusive tickets to see American Idol live. Just look for the secret code words each hour. All this week on Good Day LA.
If you're in the New York area and would like to be a part of our studio audience, please call 212-989-8101 or email us at tickets@montelshow.com. Please be sure to include your phone number. How powerful is addiction? I mean, again, I said at the beginning of the show, would you do anything just for, I don't know, that momentary satisfaction of, let's say, ice cream or going out and grabbing, whatever that thing might be? I can't imagine being willing to destroy my life for 13, 14 years. Please welcome Lauren to the show. Good to see you. Thank you. Have a seat. You know what? I'm looking at you now and looking at the person that was in that video. Two entirely different people. Look at that. That face looks a little bit the same, but not really. What do you see when you look back and see this?
I see myself, but like dead, no soul, no spirit.
Now that you can look back at it clearly, what were you thinking when they were trying to help you?
The best way I can describe it is like a tug of war going on in my head. There's half of me saying, go, do it, stay, you can't keep doing what you're doing, and then there was another half of me saying they don't really care about you, you know, they're just trying to get rid of you. You're not going to be able to do it.
7 months clean now.
Yes.
Absolutely. This is a tough time, though. You know that, right? Of course, they've told you that through Rehab Center, and they've told you that. Please welcome the director of our aftercare program, Dr. Lisa Salser. Welcome to the show. Substance abuse expert. Doc, why don't you right this second? I want to make sure that Lauren Lisa here knows that this is really, she's still right on the edge, correct? Right on the edge, girlfriend. You know that, right?
Yes, absolutely. And unfortunately, heroin, opiates are something that once you have become addicted, they change the way your pain receptors work for the rest of your life. So you are going to continue feeling it. But what we saw in the video that was so compelling about you getting high, in a way, I wish we could see what it looks like and show people what it looks like to withdraw from heroin. That's what I would love people to see, because that is the worst agony a person can face on earth.
What's it take to get off it? How hard was that withdrawal?
I can best describe it as heat, being hot and cold at the same time. You can't eat for days. You can't sleep for days. To the point where you try to lay down and relax, and you want to jump out of yourself. You cannot stay, it feels like you can't stay inside your body.
What do you say to other mothers out there who right now may have taken the choice of kicking you to the curb? What do you think?
If it wasn't for you letting me stay there, and even though I was doing all the damage I was doing, I agree with you that I might have ended up dead somewhere on the street or somebody else's house. So that part, you know, thank you for putting up with me and getting me to where you got me. But also I would want to say it was good to let me fall as far as I fell, because only the depths that I fell to is what helped me to get up and want to not stay down there.
I want to thank you guys for being on the show. This is what we're talking about today. We're talking about intervention. I got a young lady backstage who you know about, right? Who, though the drug of choice is different, I'm going to tell you, I think she's probably reached that level of that depth. She definitely needs a little help. And I'm going to call on you to give me some, okay?
Got it.
All right, take a little break. We'll be back right after this. You're 16 years old, 15 and a half, 16 years old, spending $160 a day,
Yes.
and graduated to What is it right now?
I was up to $2,000 a week about a year ago.
And I watched her come with a group of kids to buy the dope. She was out of money, and I watched her give herself for the drugs. That was the last time I ever expected to see my daughter alive.
Quality of life can be improved with quality health care. There are changes taking place in the field of health information technology. You can be a part of this transition. Introducing the new Health Information Technology program from ITT Technical Institute School of Health Sciences. This new program can help students develop a foundation in health information principles along with an understanding of the systems that record and maintain that information. As data becomes more fully digitized, it can be shared more easily. Health information technicians play a critical role in maintaining, collecting, and analyzing the data that healthcare providers use to deliver quality healthcare. Are you ready for the challenge? You can help make a difference. ITT Technical Institute School of Health Sciences, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
Dog bites are a serious problem. Most dog owners do properly control their pets and keep them leashed in public. But unfortunately, there are still almost 5 million dog bite victims every year, nearly 1,000 per day needing emergency room treatment. Jacoby and Myers Legal Network wants to send a message to irresponsible pet owners by making them pay for their negligence. If a dog has bitten you or a loved one, find out how you can make a claim for your injuries. Call Jacoby and Myers Legal Network, 1-800-546-4LAW. That's 800-546-4LAW.
What if your mom was a porn star?
How do you go to the PTA?
I'm there every day with my children.
She has 3 kids and a fiance.
You've probably seen more than most kids have seen in their entire life.
Probably, yeah.
Plus, would you bring a girlfriend home to meet your parents if they were nudists?
Wait, I'm sorry, what was the question?
X-rated or okay? You decide.
It's sin the way you're living.
Let me tell you something.
And it doesn't end there. On the next Montel.
I don't really talk to my family anymore because I've never been able to depend on them. I admire other drug addicts who have parents that care. My sister said that she didn't feel like going. I'm going on 4 years of addiction, Montel, and I still want help. It's just not attainable, I guess. I wrote into your show for a reason, and that reason is because I want help. I don't have anyone in my life who's willing to support me to get help. You are my last resort, and I'm counting on you to help me before I lose my life altogether. So what am I supposed to say when I get something like this, other than please welcome Jenna on the show. Sit with me for a second, girl. Today is about you getting help. You know that, right?
Right.
But the only way, no, the help is there, but the only way you're going to really open up and receive this is to be as honest as you can be.
Right.
You know that, right?
Yes.
Explain this to everybody. Why did you start using drugs to begin with?
Basically, I was anorexic and bulimic for a few years, and the only way I could, I guess, get over it was to start using cocaine and crystal meth to help me lose weight without starving or having enough feeling of hunger.
Did not your parents step in, people step in when they found out that you were bulimic and try to help you and offer you
They
help?
did.
And you went to a program, right?
Yes, I did.
And did you not graduate from that program?
I lied to everybody.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some truth. So you lied to everybody, told them it was okay, I'm okay, I can do this.
Right.
And then when you started using cocaine, but you were only, what, 16?
Yeah.
15 and a half?
Yeah. You know, when you're a cheerleader and you have to look good in your outfit and fit in with everybody in school, that's what you have to do.
So first you started with cocaine.
Right.
Graduated quickly to meth.
Yes, I did.
Why?
Actually, the coke, it was wearing off. I wasn't, you know, losing as much weight as I'd hoped. I didn't enjoy it. Actually, a friend of mine came to school over one weekend, and she looked so skinny, just over 2 days. And, you know, people were like, well, what's wrong? What's wrong? And she's like, well, I lost 10 pounds over the weekend. And I asked her, well, how'd you do it? And she's like, crystal meth.
And
So,
gave you a little bit?
Actually, she told me how I could get it, and we went that afternoon, and I bought about $160 worth, which is just, you know, 3 days worth, if that, and started from
First
there.
day you start out spending $160, you're 16 years old,
Yeah.
15 and a half, 16 years old, spending $160 a day,
yeah.
and graduated to, what is it right now?
Well, the prices have changed. Normally it's about $600 a week, but I was up to $2,000 a week about a year ago.
A year ago. Where are you getting this money from?
I got in a trust fund when I turned 18.
Your mom believes that you've been off of meth now for a while, does she not?
Yeah.
Your family thinks you've been off of meth for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
And have you slowed down your usage?
I have. Over Christmas, I was using very heavily over New Year's, and I've actually been sober for 51 days today, but I have actually gotten some within the last week that I've just kept for safety.
Where?
To keep me safe. It's at my apartment.
To keep you safe from what?
Just if I got scared and I felt like using it, it would be there.
Mom, though, even though you may have been clean for the last 51 days, just thought you've been clean for about the last 6 or 7 months, right?
Right.
Or longer.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take a break and come back. We'll meet Jenna's mom. We'll be back right after this.
Right now we're going to meet my dealer. It's basically the love of my life, and it controls me.
I think what amazed me the most is how a happy family could go from life being great to just hell almost instantly.
I spent thousands of dollars on my drugs, and I prostituted myself to ensure that I had drugs when I had no more money, and I wound up living on the streets.
If you talk with dentists, they'll tell you that acidware is a growing problem. Acidic drinks, like fruit juices, like wine, can actually soften the enamel of the tooth. The dentist may see the thinning of the enamel. Once it's gone for good. If people like to drink orange juice and other acidic drinks, they should use a straw, minimizing the contact with the tooth. Using a product like Sensodyne Pronamel can really help. It's been specially developed to not only address sensitivity, but to re-harden softened enamel.
Oh, I turn on the Roomba and it goes do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. I know that it's about to do a great service for me.
It is a full-featured robot.
It gets under the sofa.
While it's vacuuming, you can do something else.
Over 1 million people have discovered a remarkable new way to vacuum their floors. Try Roomba risk-free for 30 days.
This is the ultimate multitasking machine. I love robots.
I love robots.
I love robots. The iRobot Roomba. And now there's another robot to love. Meet Scuba, the robot that mops.
At 10:12 this morning, a newborn was struggling to breathe, and Eric Anderson knew that seconds counted to help this baby. Eric is a respiratory therapist. His training has made him a critical member of a medical team, improving lives every day simply by helping people to breathe. Respiratory therapy, a career for life.
There's a big need for respiratory therapists. Call Concord Career College now. 1-888-868-0198.
To drive in California, the law requires you to have auto insurance. But did you know that your insurance company must notify the DMV if your auto insurance is canceled, which could result in the suspension of your vehicle's registration? Did you also know the police can now electronically verify if you're insured when they pull you over? Don't take a chance. Get legal and stay legal with low-cost auto insurance from Dashers Insurance Services. Call right now, 1-800-DASHERS. That's 1-800-DASHERS.
Please welcome Jenna's mom to the show. Welcome Christine to the show. Have a seat for a second. You know, when we first reached out to you and told you that we were bringing Jenna here and wanted you to come, first inclination was not to. Why?
because I didn't think that she would be serious about getting help, about telling her story. I just didn't believe, I didn't know what to believe because of all the lies. When she started with her eating disorder, the bulimia, we got her counseling. We've been supportive all through it. Of course, she was in high school, living at home. We went through all the, basically, hell, and stood by her many nights. And she would go to work after school, not know if she was going to make it home alive.
You knew she was using that?
When I found out that she was using, I had a feeling.
Why walk away? Why not then say no? Why don't we do a drug test? At that time she was underage. She was under 18. Why not?
She basically, I believed her. I believed her that she said, I tried it. I'm not doing it anymore. I just tried it. And I said, I do recall, is there any in the house? Because if it's in the house, it's got to go.
When did she tell you recently that she stopped using? Did you believe it then?
Honestly, no.
What are we going to do right now?
That's why we're here. She's got to come clean. She's got to tell the truth. She's got to be committed to stop doing what she's doing.
Really? Okay, good. Stand up for a second. Stand up. Stand up. Sit back down. Okay? It's time. Now, I'm going to say something to you, Mom, and I'm going to make you really mad. Okay? And then I'm going to make her say something to you. What I'm going to say to you that's really mad is that I'm going to tell you that whether you think you have or not, you're not listening to your daughter. You. Let's start. How much are you using? How much have you been using? And let's go through what it is your mom needs to know, and you know it. Tell her. You want to stop using now because, I'm going to say it, because, Mom, I've had to get to the point where I've got to sell my body to get some crack, to get some meth. I'm at the point right now, Mom, where if I can't turn to Montel, I'm done. Tell her.
I just feel like if I don't get help now, that I'm either going to commit suicide or just die from the meth altogether. Because I, honestly, it's the only thing I depend on.
And right now, we're at a point where what's going to happen? Christine, what's going to happen?
She's going to have to help her. She's going to have to want the help. Every day, if the phone rings, I cringe. I literally cringe, and I don't want to answer the phone because I'm afraid it's the morgue or it's law enforcement calling to tell me to come down and identify my daughter's body. I am drained. I don't know what else to do. I don't want you to die from this. It makes me sick, the thought of things that you have done or possibly have done to get that drug. It makes me sick.
Mom?
And you have got to want it.
Mom, what's the first thing that your daughter said when I asked her, why are you here? She said, I want help. Now,
But she's said that so many times.
Yeah, but has she gone on national television, degraded herself to the world, and told her story, and begged you to come because she didn't want it? Do you think?
No.
Okay, so
That's
remember
why I decided
what was
to
it?
come.
I know, but what did I also just say when I knelt down between you? I said, I don't believe you listened. Now I want to show you. See, listen to me. That's just an example of what I'm saying. I'm not blaming you. I'm not. I'm just saying, listen, your child is begging. Begging. And to me, I don't give a crap if I did this for 20 years, 30. I bought her here. If she was mine, I'm going to do whatever it is to keep her here longer than me. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this. If you're in the New York area and would like to be a part of our studio audience, please call 212-989-8101 or email us at tickets@montelshow.com.